The difference between us is that I can feel pain.
Sounds like a real boogeyman once Freddy's coming for you.
Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy.
There's someone else in the hotel with us. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms.
It's got a death curse.
This isn't science. It's more like black magic.
Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper.
Hello. Hello, this is Pumpkinhillradio.
Hey,
Well, this is Travis Wormwood.
I'm Dawson.
This, above us is Pumpkinhillradio.
Around
Welcome.
us, surrounding us.
Welcome. And thank you as always to the Pumpkin Hill Big Brass Band. Nice little intro for us, little snaps for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, got the round mound of pound
did
next
a
to
little
me.
more jazzy intro this time.
They're putting a little salsa on it.
A little salsa jazz.
Yeah. How's it going, Dawson?
I'm good. Yeah, good.
Man, these intros have been getting so sloppy.
Yeah, we're just loose out
Season
here.
2's getting... yeah.
Getting hot out here.
Yeah. Well, welcome in.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
get
here.
right to it. Horror this week. Dawson, you went to the Renaissance Fair.
Went to
Just
Renaissance Fair.
name one spooky thing.
One spooky thing. There's some like demon masks that were pretty scary. Went into this little shop. There's some demon masks. And I'm looking around at these masks, and all of a sudden I'm looking at one, and I realize it's just the shopkeeper. It's a
Oh.
person. It's just a person. They weren't like freaky looking, but it like took me a second to realize they weren't a mask, and I was like, oh,
Oh, they weren't even wearing a mask.
no. They're just a normal person, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
that's a
but if
person.
they're the men that are making the masks, eventually your face turns into what you
exactly,
sew.
exactly. So
He's
that was pretty cool. They were cool masks. There's some demon masks. Cool shit
might
like
have to
that.
get one of these. I was taking inventory of my haunted items around here. I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
this was just a thought. I was thinking perhaps about putting the coffin key up for sale
Ooh.
at some point. Maybe I'll just say this month's cursed item from Pumpkinhillradio is the coffin key that may or may not be going on the Etsy for an indeterminate price.
It's cool.
Nothing too much.
Highest
Just-
bidder. To the highest bidder.
Yeah, to the high. Yeah,
And then maybe not even that.
maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
See how much people
They might
wanna
just
buy
get
it.
an empty box. But I think I might be just try to do try to find something creepy or haunted and just like put
that.
it up. Put it
There's
up on
some
the
cool, like,
once a
shop,
month,
like
put it on the Etsy and just let it chill there.
There's like a oddity shop. Not down
Maybe
the road.
maybe we can peruse and find an
There's
oddity
definitely
for,
cursed items there.
Yeah, speak to the shopkeep and see what they.
What's like the most cursed?
What's the most cursed?
You can, like
Nice.
feel it too. I swear.
When something has the energy.
Yeah, when you
Oh,
go, because I went in there like last week, and it
Mm.
was like
we
there's
got
some things I like wanted to like touch and pick
Dude,
up.
I've
and feel, and I
been-
was like, no, actually, I'm not gonna touch that.
I've been really looking at a few select ghost hunting equipment.
Oh fuck yeah!
Or just things that will
Yeah.
scan the environment for things that we can't quite see. I'm not going to say ghosts in
I,
particular. We should bring one of those in to the shop, find the most
Yeah.
haunted item. Pick
Something
that.
gets the most readings.
Yeah.
Dude, I was talking to Tanner today at the Renfest on the way actually, and so I was like telling him that we wanted to like maybe go to like some cemetery with some ghost hunting equipment.
Mhm.
He's like, "Oh, I can show you guys like the lady who created the Ouija board." He's like, "I know where her plot is."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely,
definitely
we gotta
go
do
there.
that.
Yeah.
Take us, please, guide us."
We will. We're gonna have some
'Cause
boots
he
on
used
the
to like
ground
work
here
there.
soon.
He used to like landscape
Yeah.
or like whatever.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be in the field pretty soon here. Between next month we got Nandesu Con.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of August into
Nandesu
September.
Con.
That's our
No, Dazukan.
yeah. Get ready for that one. It's gonna be huge. We're gonna be there
Fuck on
interviewing
that.
the people, getting their creepy stories, sending lots of pics.
See what we got.
Huge vibes coming out. We're gonna be fully geared up.
Yeah. And if you're, if we met you at Nandesukan and you're listening to this now, what up?
Big hello to you.
Big hello.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to you.
Mm-hmm. Email us for something cool.
Yeah, send me a picture or something.
Here's some horror this week. Here's just some hard hitting horror.
What we got?
Shelley Duvall
Yeah.
has passed.
All right.
Now,
fucking
when this
Pete.
releases, we'll be about a week and a half away from the event.
Yeah.
Sadly, but she's forever in our
Everyone
hearts.
feels that one.
I will say, so on the Etsy, I have a pin of Shelley Duvall,
Yeah.
right? And so I woke up and I checked the Etsy, and I had like a bunch more sales than like usual, like a lot for like
What's going on?
like, what the hell's going on here? And then
And
I
you
was
see
like
the
pumped. I was
news.
pumped. I was like, Maya, look at this. And then
You look at the news feed and you're
like, yeah,
damn.
20 minutes later, it came through. I just saw somewhere and I was like, it just diminished me.
Well, I was like, thanks, Shelly.
Yeah, I like went and
I
edited the description to say like in memoriam of the thing, you know. I was like, yeah.
Respect.
I hate to immediately capitalize on it, but I guess that's something horror.
Hey, we're in America, baby. You gotta.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna.
Mm-hmm. Someone's gonna. Here's something else horror.
Yeah. What's up?
Neopets is 25 years old this year.
Damn.
Yeah. Is that horror?
That's a little horrifying. I remember my little sister getting into Neopets, and I was like, felt like I was too old for Neopets.
Yeah.
And it's 25.
I mean, I had one. I had a Neo. I don't recall. I was young enough to not now. I don't recall what it was at all now.
Yeah.
I remember playing one of the mini games where I think you're like doing something on a seesaw, trying to collect probably fruit.
And it's like a
very early Flash game. Like it was.
Yeah,
It was the same exact game, just dressed differently than one of hundreds of other games on like addictinggames.com or something. Yeah. Big up to Neopets.
Shouts out Neopets. Remember the ads?
Yeah. Well.
Damn.
Yeah, I actually how I know
time keeps moving, huh?
I saw there was like some energy drink had like a sponsor with Neopets 25-year anniversary. It was just bizarre. I don't know what's happening. So it caught my eye a little bit.
Dude, everything's weird as hell.
Here's something else this week, Dawson, and let's bring it back into the horror stuff. I watched a movie called Serial Mom. You heard of this?
No.
From the 70s, I believe, 70s or early 80s. Just a nice.
What does that even mean?
Like a serial killer.
Mom.
But it's serial killer mom.
That's a good cover.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It was I think a John Waters flick. Some classy. Got a good lineage.
Dude, at the bakery, there's an order for a John Waters this week also. So
well,
I mean, we're hitting synchronicities.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
cool. Tell you.
Yeah,
Damn. I remember Sam was like John Waters, and he like showed me it.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh shit.
Fuck yeah, synchronizing here
Damn.
a little bit.
Huh.
Nice, because I'm looking at synchronicities within my own life, but I guess we gotta
there's combined synchronicities.
We're gonna have to
within,
map our own
collective, which
requires a lot of mapping on our end. So we're gonna keep that noted.
Yep.
Yeah, Stereo Mom though, I recommend it. It's on Netflix. I think it was getting pretty I think it was like in the top 10. You probably already watched it if you're listening.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Just a crazy mom.
Fuck
At the
yeah.
beginning, she's like calling this like widowed lady across the street, whatever, a couple of doors down, just a neighbor.
Yeah.
She's like putting on this crazy voice, and she's like, "Oh, you cocksucker!" And she's like, and then
she's dennising her.
She's freaking people out.
She's
dennising her. Yeah, it's really good stuff.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, it's that. Like I'm pretty sure that's what it's from.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
and it's not even like, I don't know. You made that kind of movie today in this kind of day and age, and I feel like it's gonna come across a little corny or something.
Yeah.
A little like cheesy. It felt so just nice and genuine in a nice way, and also goofy as hell at the same time. Oh, the son in the movie there's like a son and daughter of the serial mom. The son is what's his name? Shaggy.
The live action Shaggy.
The live action Shaggy.
Dude,
it's one of his youngest
roles.
It's one of his very youngest roles.
Dude, me and Sam were talking about that earlier this week too.
Huge ups to I had his name.
And I like referred to him. I'm like, he's just Shaggy.
I had his name in my head the entire week.
But he's SLC Punk, Salt Lake City Punk. He's like the lead in that movie.
Okay, yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
Now I just see like Instagram reels of him doing like signatures at like cons and stuff.
Yeah. He's cool, man.
Maybe we'll run into him someday. That'd be great.
I'll shake his hand and be like, thank you, Shag Man.
Yeah, thank you, Shag Man. He's also in Scream.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. He's a horror icon.
He really is.
Is.
He's in that like horror comedy.
He's a Scream King.
What is it? Yeah.
He's a Scream King.
Yeah. He's on the Scream King route, Mount Rushmore for sure.
Oh my god, we'll have to build that. Yeah.
He's
definitely
100 heads on there, but
I'd like to refine it to like 5 at some point. Like that are just like spanning different things. Something else this week. A lot going on this week. I watched something on Amazon Prime called The Horrors of Dolores Roach.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend this as well. It came out in 2023. It's about this ex-criminal, whatever, ex-con, I guess is what you wouldn't even call him that. It's somebody that got released after being in prison for 16 years.
Yeah.
She's trying to put her life together, and she ends up like giving massages in the basement of this place, which is kind of relevant for me because I'm kind of in the massage business right now.
You'd be doing that probably.
And but it quickly, I don't want to skip just 15 seconds ahead if you don't want to hear it. The spoiler of the first episode, and that is that she ends up killing the landlord that comes to get money, and then the guy that owns the restaurant upstairs uses his meat to cook in the empanadas.
Good.
And that's like episode 1. And we're back from the spoilers.
Yeah.
That's just episode 1 if you did actually accidentally stick around. There's a lot of good. Yeah.
Damn, that's a heavy episode 1.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I need to watch that.
Me and Maya watched.
Fuck.
I think we have 1 episode left to watch.
I like think about that. I go to like restaurants sometimes and I think about that.
Yeah, I was thinking about how I could do that.
Yeah, it'd be easier.
Nobody's regulating some of the restaurants I'm watching. I'm the one that has to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Something else.
So whatever I want.
I've started a new series on all the socials. I'm
Nice.
gonna refine it to which one's most popular, whatever, or just post it on all of them. Through like, wizardry, posting on multiple platforms at once. Hopefully I find an app for that. Virtual8ball.com, I'm calling it.
Cool.
Is this series. Virtual8ball.com, folks. That's once a day. I shake the 8 ball, usually with like a Snapchat filter over it, so I'm like I'm not in my home anymore. I'm in like space or something. But you see the 8 ball, and I don't say anything. You just get to ask it a question while I shake it, and then I'll show the answer to the screen.
That's fun.
And what I did with day 1 is I did say day 1 out of 500 immediately. So
So we got
locked into a series.
About a couple of years.
So
on
check
this.
in daily for your virtual 8 ball reading at virtual8ball.com, which is just on the at Pumpkinhillradio platforms.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, I was gonna do one of those on air, but I felt like it's a visual kind of a thing.
Yeah. I mean, we could still do it. You don't need like the app.
Let's see. We are 1 month away from Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Huge yes. I actually watched Alien Covenant the other day.
Nice.
Which is the newest one. It's with the it's the sequel to Prometheus in a way. Not not any of the there's like one character that's there from it's David the android. Yeah. But it's a good one. We got the captain is like a Christian, which has like some neat implications throughout, and there's some battles with that, and also the aliens itself in that movie look really cool. There's like a little white one running around the field. There's a great facehugger scene. Somebody locked in a med bay with one of them little devils crawling right out of them.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's procedures. We can't let you out. It's like, well, shoot.
Dang it.
This ain't good, huh?
Well, I'm gonna lose this fight.
Yeah. So Romulus coming out in 1 month. I believe that's August 16th. Maybe I'm not right on that. It's sometime in the middle of August. 2 months away from Beetlejuice. Don't make me say it again. That's a sequel to the B movie. Not the B movie, but the B movie.
The big B.
But I heard they got Seinfeld for it anyway.
Yeah.
Talk about B movie. I'm just pumped for that. We got a nice horror summer going along. Along with that, we have a movie called Long Legs that came out just this other day. I haven't seen it yet, but
It's about spiders or something?
it's okay. Let me just get the description. I had it pulled up, but now I don't.
We have a trailer?
Oh, we could do a classic trailer watch. Here, I'm going to read you the description.
Yeah. I like the images.
The description is that it's a 2024 American horror thriller film written and directed by Osgood Perkins. The images are just of ladies with long legs. I gotta delete the space between that.
Yeah.
That's funny. What the fuck? All right.
Oh, we got Nick Cage?
Yep, so it's a Nick Cage crime thriller.
Ooh.
Let's see. Let's pull up a video, I guess. I can cut around this if I need to.
I would like to just see it. Just
for those watching, or for those listening, feel free to watch along.
I'm moving a little closer.
The Long Legs. This came out probably about a week.
Long Legs. Okay.
A week.
So
a week ago, if you're listening.
It's not like spiders.
I could be. Oh God, this isn't YouTube. What an ad.
Yeah. Fuck. Turns out, YouTube's
when I
the
look
best
up,
way to look up
when I look up a movie and it takes me to like Microsoft.com,
like CNBC.
Please don't. No.
Like.
Yeah, we're gonna look at this 45-second teaser. I don't want to watch the 2-minute one. All right.
Yeah.
Are you still saying your prayers?
Oh shit.
It's like top view of somebody uncovering a cross and maybe a farm or something with hay around it.
Hay, yeah.
Now it's flashing with pictures. Somebody's taking crime scene pictures, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. It's like bloodstains, maybe.
And it's like someone's moving.
It's like a little trap door.
Some kind of a secret trap door. And there's something hidden under it.
Probably a body under there.
Now we've cut to somebody in just a black silhouette.
Shadow.
Now we're seeing not real letters.
Yeah, some fake language.
And that's the end of the trailer.
God damn.
Okay.
That teased me pretty good.
Yeah. It's just that is the Say Your Prayers teaser. So, nice. Onward from that, though. I don't want to dabble anywhere too long. We'll try to watch that soon and then come back with a review.
That looks good. I like a good Nick Cage, dude. Nick Cage is thrilling to watch.
Yeah, and I heard he commits in this one, and if he commits to something, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there's like some like lackluster Nick Cage performances, but like his like when he's on, it's nice, man. Have you seen The Pig or Pig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Pig.
I really like
He's
that
nasty
one.
in that one.
Pretty nasty in that one. He's good in that one.
Here's something. We're getting big on Threads. You heard that right. I've made modest work on gaining followers on Threads, and I did post a thread. This is the Instagram, Twitter-like platform that just said, let's see. Well, I posted a few. I did the 8-ball. So actually, here's something first. I bought a collection of Goosebumps books. I might have told you off air.
Yeah.
I bought a collection of 25 books for like
cool.
$1 a book, $1.50 a book online. It's going to come soon. There's going to be a separate Patreon exclusive series. I'll probably release a few to the main feed just to get you to know what you're in for. But I'm going to try to keep them safe somewhere of just me reading them. It's going to be a Goosebumps story time with Travis Wormwood.
That's
maybe we can get guest reading as well. But we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to... That'll be for my enjoyment, and I think everybody else will like it too. But I posted a thread just asking people what the books they thought of first in the Goosebumps line. So this might not be super. It's just like, do you remember this one? Welcome to Camp Nightmare, folks.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to look up just Goosebumps in your search bar and look at these Goosebumps.
I remember that one for sure.
The Haunted Mask.
Haunted Mask. There's like a
cover. Look at any
the
cover.
Dummy one? Yeah.
Night of the Living... Look, that was right there. 2 people posted Night of the Living Dummy.
That one fucked me up. I remember. Because there was there's a show.
Yeah.
It's like a PBS show.
There's a Goosebumps show.
There's a Goosebumps show, and I remember that
the dummy's
one
name is Slappy.
Fucking scariest one.
His name is Slappy. R.L. Stine has went on to create an entire new line of Goosebumps books titled like Goosebumps Slappy Land. And it's like all set within his with his dimension, I believe.
It is the scariest.
Someone posted the Say Cheese and Die.
Yep, I remember that one.
Someone said Monster Blood. For me, the Goosebumps one that I liked the most, where there was this. Oh gosh,
we got a cat out here.
Cat might want to come in. I think Sabrina wants to come in. I think Monster Blood 2 is a gerbil in a too small of a tank, or the gerbil's growing rapidly and there's green juice all over him.
Yeah.
It's like a science experiment gone wrong in like a classroom.
Turns into like a mutant gerbil.
I want to read that one for sure. There's one called like The Haunted School, and the image on the front just looks very like liminal and like kind of bright colors, but like kind of lost space a little bit. And then there's the I think it's called The Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes.
Yeah.
Or something like that, and that'll just give me some good insights onto the void gnome behavior.
Yeah, oh yeah.
For sure. I'm excited about that.
That's good.
I'm excited about that.
Goosebumps is good shit.
Yeah.
Creepy, just good old creepy stories.
It rocks. I have listed here Correction Corner. Do we have anything in the Correction Corner?
Oh man, now that I can think of.
Here's something though.
Probably.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. Norms for proceeding in the discernment of alleged supernatural phenomena. Excuse me. Okay, this is from Vatican.va.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of information here. If you're looking for it, you'll find it.
The Vatican just has like a procedure for how to deal with this.
Just how to deal with alleged phenomena. Yeah, supernatural things. There's a few things that I just wanted. There's a lot of information here, like I said. There's some general guidelines that they put out, though. And if you look at guideline 17 and 18, that's where the juice is. Conclusion B, line 17, this is nihil obstate. And that states that, that's just a term. I feel like that's just like a Latin term. Nihil obstate. Without expressing any certainty about a supernatural authenticity of the phenomenon itself, many signs of the action of the Holy Spirit are acknowledged in the midst of giving a supernatural experience, and no aspects that are particularly critical or risky have been detected, at least so far. For this reason, the head bishop, Decosian bishop, is encouraged to appreciate the pastoral value of the spiritual proposal, and even to promote its spread, including possibly through pilgrimages to a sacred site. So this is just like proceedings on how to deal with basically a miracle or like some kind of, or like a big old curse. I just thought that was really interesting. And then proceeding 18 is called Pria Oculis Hebetur, and that states that although important positive signs are recognized, some aspects of confusion or potential risk are also perceived that require the diocesan bishop to engage in a careful discernment and dialogue with the recipients of a given spiritual experience.
Interesting.
Right? So that one's a little bit weird.
I just looked up nihil obstate, and the literal Latin translation is nothing hinders.
Okay. So that was proceeding 17.
It refers to in the Roman Catholic Church a certification by an official censor that a book is not objectionable on doctrinal or moral grounds.
Yeah, so that's what I kind of was.
So you can't just say something's not real just because your morality.
Yeah, and then but this thing is like saying that basically, if the bishop if they see that there's like positive signs of if they see that there's a miracle, and this is like, and it's discerned to actually be a miracle, then there's like, this is how to like prescribe it and how to give it like, I don't know. This is like how to get like how to prescribe like a pilgrimage to the sacred site even.
Yeah.
Like to promote its spread and everything. But then the second one is what I was thinking more was interesting was this Pria Ocula Hebetur. I don't know what that means in Latin. But again, that one's just the thing that like, it's them discerning it, same as line 17, nihil obstate, but now it's saying that they have to like assess for potential risks.
Yeah. Like, is this like really a miracle, or is it more of like, is it a curse?
Yeah, and that I think
the miracle could be a curse.
What I take that to mean is not that it's like, it's not like it's either a miracle or it's nothing. I believe that would mean that it's either a miracle or like something dangerous.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you even have to write it down if it's just nothing. Like, why even make like, why set precedent for if it's nothing? If it's nothing, then you let it be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nothing. But if
so
it's
if yeah.
Yeah, you don't want people pilgrimaging to a fucking cursed site.
Yeah, I just like anything that's like a little bit official in some sense.
Yeah.
Official in a spiritual sense, talking about
some sort of like organized, like, you know, like just like an organized like document.
Well, the norms for proceeding in the discernment of alleged supernatural phenomena.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I was kind of like getting into like Carl Jung's like ideas of like what like supernatural phenomena are and like UFO and shit. Cause he was like talking about that shit about how it's like a human consciousness projecting these phenomena, and that's why like they like, you know, like we were talking about that one time about how they were like almost like steampunk. They're like
it's taking whatever
they're like
culture
silly
you have
almost,
at the time.
yeah. And then after like planes and like jets become a thing, then it's like it starts to take like whatever the technology is at the time, it like kind of takes that.
It tries to help you
like,
see it, but the only way to help you even perceive it is to bring it down to your own
and it's like
knowledge base. Also, it's just like seeing that 5D shape spinning in 3D space. Your eyes are gonna fucking Elder Scroll themselves.
Yeah. It's like it's us like as humans projecting ourselves into like this weird phenomena, which is an interesting idea. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, that's kind of like Eighth Tower stuff. Yeah, like you're a part of the
another
equation.
dimension of this like ourselves.
Well, it's
like
a classic
reaching out,
scientific study stuff. Like perceiving something changes something, so it's just putting that level of like
observing something has like an effect on it.
So it's just now we're being observed by something, and now
they're
affecting us in the way that we can see them now. It's like we're kind of it's kind of putting the top down experiment on that.
It's like it's one of the reasons where like I see like studies say this. It's like, well, a like lab study is never gonna be the same as like just what happens in like the natural like flow of reality. You know what I mean? Like it's so controlled in so many ways that like you can get good ideas from it, and I think it can like help progress things. But like
especially something like you look at like fringe science stuff, like things that you're only gonna see once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Stuff like, that until we have
you can never duplicate or like recreate in a lab.
Like ball lightning, for example, like a Google Blitz black hole.
Yeah.
Like this, How
or
would
like you can't like recreate like gravity in a lab, you know, shit like that. It's like
it's just there. It's just
I don't know. Fuck.
Well, I got something else.
What else you got for me? Let's go.
But I got a couple things. I worked on a little zine for the pod. I'm going to gift you this prototype zine. We don't have to go through the whole thing. I'm gonna eventually. What I'm gonna do now, a zine for the uninitiated. Everybody that's listening knows what a zine is. It's a tiny little handmade magazine.
Yeah.
You fold up a piece of paper and make a little 8-part little clip. I made some pictures. This zine is titled "Sleep Paralysis Demon Guide." So it's got a list of some classic sleep paralysis demons and kind of some of their attributes. You know what they might be doing
like
in your dreams and all
bad
that.
Scoobies.
Yeah.
That's
Nice. Listeners, you'll be able to see it soon. I'm going to. So my printer is horrible, as you can see. It's kind of like hard to read it even.
Yeah.
Kind of splotchy. I'm going to. I can send away for like 50 of these to be made on like real thin flyer paper, easy to use and fold, and just cheap. I'm gonna get some of those and just. I have little plastic sleeves that I can slip these zines into, and then leave them around the city and just put them places and give out real easy. You know, I'll put some online.
Yeah.
I'll put some on the Etsy to buy for real cheap too, so we can get them out to the people of the lands far. But
I like the chubby Mothman too.
Yeah, there's some good cryptids in here, folks. These are some not very well seen, not very well known cryptids. Some of them, so you're gonna want to pick it up.
That's the thing is, if you recognize them, it's gonna blast your fucking brain.
Blast, yeah. So I worked on that. That was my project yesterday on my day off.
That's fun.
Was making
this
that.
Is
zine.
nice.
Yeah.
The sketches are good. Because it's not like super detailed drawings or anything. It's just like a quick
Just a nice little sketch.
Because it lets you if you recognize it in any way, you can
interpret the form a little bit better.
Yeah.
And zines, you're supposed to not try that hard on them, really.
Yeah.
Every zine does right on the cover of every zine. It does come with a free miniature summoning circle. I did include a free summoning circle with this zine.
Use that
I did say
be careful with that.
Asterisks, use at your own risk. I'm not.
But it's there if you need it.
But I imbued the summoning circle myself with some pretty powerful magics, and it kind of it pretty much automatically drew. It did an auto draw on that one, and it came out pretty nice. So
that's good.
Yeah. So that's more on that later.
I like that.
But Doss, that's for you.
I'll keep that. We'll put that right.
I'll give you a plastic sleeve for it too, buddy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. I might just keep it in my car.
You should.
Keep it by my bag.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Here's the meat. Ready for the meat of the episode?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Creature feature. Got an also one connection here.
Ooh, okay.
Get you also one connections. It's hot off the presses.
Let's
go back a few episodes. Check out the also one episode with Kanan with Kanan Sharon. That's Kane at Kane Shreds.
Shouts out, he's cool.
He's cool. He'll come back on
Check
soon.
his shit out. Yeah, I really want to know his grandpa's theories on space.
We gotta find out. We gotta get him talking.
I need dude. I don't even want an intro.
Just straight to the fucking.
Let's go. I got questions.
For now,
what the fuck
though.
Are you talking about?
So
but yeah,
anyway. Just also one, like so many of our liminal friends. He's this bizarre one-off.
Yeah.
But we're finding connections where I haven't seen them drawn yet. I haven't seen some of these lines quite laid out in the sand.
Well, the immediate one was a sand down.
It was a sand down clown. Well, that was the first kind of secret select.
Yeah.
All right, and actually in the sleep paralysis demon guide, I do have a sand down clown, and I have see also, and I list a couple other critters that may or may not align with it. Now these are just like strange humanoid-like creatures. They got basically no chins though. Their mouths are like just long lines across their face. Their eyes are kind of bulgy. They're usually like either bald or their hair is like almost clown-like or like pointy or just bizarre. They sometimes either have one hand or one hand is like a drill or an item. The Sandown Clown is shown to hold like, it looks like it was said to be like a microphone of sorts, but like it could have been any sort of tool.
And then also one was like a drill.
It was like a drill. But they are both.
Look at the people who
they both were said to have like these kind of bandolier looking things over them, these little bizarre belt things or just something like that. And they had these like gray jumpsuits basically. Like they look a little different, but they might be, they could be some kind of cosmic cousin of each other, some kind of backrooms brothers, if you know what I'm talking about. And not that dirty stuff, Dawson. Get your head out of the gutter.
Nah.
Shot out of the gutter. I mean, yeah. So yeah, all that's got to be above board.
Much weirder than that.
Yeah,
That's
talking
not
about
that
yeah. So this is another thing here. I got one for you. For the listener to get a. How are you going to find a picture? I'm going to show Dawson a picture soon enough. Maybe we can get you one here. If you go ahead and look up Branch Hill, Ohio aliens case. Okay, now that's what we're going to be discussing for a little bit here. That's the Branch Hill, Ohio aliens case of 1952. Now, this is over 20 years before Also One.
Yeah.
Okay?
And it's like, what, like 5 years after Roswell?
Roswell, yeah, 47. Yeah, it's 5 years after Roswell. The country is at a bizarre state of things. Again, yeah. So this was in 1952. It was reported. It was reported in 57 by somebody else gathered a story. You know, it was one of the freaks like us, but just back then. So they went and gathered it up. Now, and Also One was in 74. So this is a little less than 20 years at that point that we're getting. We're getting but these. I would say there's next to no chance that the person who reported Also One got a hold of this story.
No.
There's just
in that time, these were not like
being
big
in
stories.
like.
And you couldn't just look things up. Like you had to like catch it on the news.
This guy doesn't have this guy from Also One. He's just some in Bleak,
might not have
Montana.
had a TV.
He's like way out there in Montana. He's hunting for his own meat.
He read like the newspaper,
right?
The local newspaper.
Yeah. So this similarly, this is now you've heard of the Loveland Frogman. You've heard of that word before.
Yeah,
we need to discuss him a little bit at some point. These were described as the Loveland Frogmen. Okay, same area, same part of Ohio actually.
Dude, Ohio's weird.
Ohio's weird. Yeah, it's weird as fuck.
A lot of weird shit with Ohio. But
so
continue.
Basically, there was a family, right, driving home from somewhere. It was a mom and a dad and like a daughter. The daughter was like 12, I think. You know, got that like young person's energy to maybe put through all this. Just as the scope of it goes here. But, okay, tell me if this sounds familiar. They're driving down the road, and they see a car pulled over with 3 people standing outside it. And I say familiar because in Also One, he sees a car pulled over with 2 people standing outside it, and they told him where to go, and then he later was whatever, and he can't really remember who those people were anymore after later studies, basically. So, this family driving, they see these 3 people like kneeling at the side of the road, probably like fixing the car or something. This would be their name. This is Richard Honeycutt's story, just so you know what's happening. Okay. This is Richard Honeycutt, who he's not the one who reported it, but he's the one who, I guess he's the dude. He's the papa of this.
He's the driver. He's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, he's in the driver's seat. I'm assuming.
Head of the household.
Yeah. So Richard stops. He slows the car down to a stop, and he looks out at them, and he sees that they're not human.
Yeah.
He sees that they're about 3 feet tall. They're not kneeling by the side of the road. They're just about 3 feet tall. They have grayish garments on, right? Nice. It's like tight fitting thing. They have like a lopsided chest, okay, and it was like bulging at one shoulder, and it kind of made one of the arms kind of look shorter and like kind of laid over it.
Weird.
And then its other arm, they were all holding wands. Right?
Okay.
They were all holding wands, or like it said. Let me see if I can find the exact note I had here. It was wands or just some kind of. Let's see. I'll just go from where I started here. The legs were mostly obscured by what seemed to be either tall grass or brush. I would almost say that was just like a blur that was put upon it.
Yeah.
But it was hard to discern if there was like what the hell was going on with the bottom of their legs. And if you look at pictures of Also One and the Stand Down Clown, they kind of just like end at a point. Like
It's like kind of like you don't even like realize it's their feet.
If it was like some kind of creature coming from a different space, like it'd be
something you like don't think
the
to look
like
at
feet are kind of like in the peripheral if you're looking at like the face. So like it would be almost that that blur, but maybe
you're like so focused on how weird the top part looks. And you're like, whoa.
So their faces were, Richard said they were ugly. They reminded him of frogs' faces, which means that their mouths just spanned like a straight line over their smooth grayish face, right? Their eyes did not have eyebrows. Their noses were indistinct.
This sounds a lot like
and it sounds like Also One, but it does sound like Grey too. It sounds like a weird mix.
It all has like a mix.
It had a painted on like hair effect. Weird, right? It's like they just got it just painted on like rolls of fat rolling over a
Interesting.
bald head. Right? Yeah, they were holding short wands. Weird as hell. They had bulging eyes with like
So do
ripply dimpled heads, basically.
are grays? So this is the thought this is giving me. Are grays like disguising themselves to try to look like are like the, your typical gray alien?
Yeah.
Are they like putting like clothes on and like wigs on?
They're
and,
just like standing on each
makeup?
other. There's like 3 of them standing on each other's
they're
shoulders.
Like, they're like stuffing like their like suits to try to like.
They're all
look
in trench
thicker.
coats.
Yeah.
It's 3 grays in a trench
So
coat.
yeah, it was just like they're all like fucking.
You're
awkward
saying that
and
this
weird.
is 3 grays in a trench coat?
Maybe dressed up like a
Just like
clown.
no, yeah, something trying to fit.
They paint hair on because like that's right.
They're
have,
trying
like,
to
color.
fit into like the skin of something else.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like I think it's like if we're working, some of these liminal entities seem to be shapeshifters or have the capability to do so.
Yeah.
If it's something like that, maybe here's an idea. Maybe it's just like pretty hard to create a human shape, kind of like what you're saying. Like
Well,
not like maybe
like
it's
AI.
like, but yeah,
AI
it's hard
can't
to
make-
it's
you
hard to
like-
focus in on it. Yeah.
You like can't really like feet and hands are weird,
Mm-hmm.
and like things blend in. Like you look up like woman singing with a microphone, and like her hand is gonna be like morphed into the microphone.
Yeah, you're right. It could be some kind of
and like faces are
if it's like a
slightly
machine.
off.
If it's like a machine type.
Yeah. Like I don't know. That's just like the images come to my head when I like you describe these things are like weird AI, realistic AI images.
Yeah, I like this spitball on this. 'Cause I wasn't
not that
looking-
like these are AI, but it's like a similar like
the way that
that's
we
like
can,
how they shapeshift
the way
is
it's
like this like automatic like they're like trying
it's
to
just
like
trying to
make
fold into
this
something.
idea.
Like even when they see
it's
like
so like inhuman that it like it
Yeah.
doesn't know how weird just like a slight.
well, even
thing.
when they become like a hellhound, like a black dog, it's never like a
it's like a
regular
general
dog.
idea.
It's
There's
like a
always
giant
something
dog
off.
with like shadowy features and like red eyes, and it's got like
Yeah,
you can't really see its face. Some people would say it's even more cat-like at times. Like
Yeah.
it's these things that
it's like some like non-specific.
it can't
but, like,
it like can't fold in right.
it's close enough that like what if you like just drove past it if you didn't stop.
Yeah, they're just
There's just like 3
they're
people.
just 3
They're
people by
fine.
the thing. Yeah, they're just 3
But you
people
like
by the
stop
car.
and you're like,
yeah.
wait, what the hell is this though?
So
It's like how you can just like get fooled sometimes if you're like scrolling too fast and like you see some like AI stuff.
yeah,
And you're like, oh, that's just like a person. But and you like scroll back and you're like, oh no, I don't know.
you want to see a picture?
I'm
of
not
these
saying
things?
they're AI for the record.
No,
it's
but you're
a
just like
connection
the way that they can build. Yeah,
that's like how I'm visualizing
Mhm.
it almost. Is
Mhm.
like maybe that's like how.
yeah, you're right.
It's
That's
like
not.
shape-shifting
Oh, here, let me
work,
show you a
know?
picture of them. Let me see what you think.
Yeah. Let me see here. Oh yeah, dude.
So they kind of look like 3 members of the band Devo in the picture. They have like the cone heads, but you can see they have like a bulge on one side. Again, this
Yeah.
is like if
They're,
you were
like,
to try to
asymmetrical.
find the picture of this, maybe I'll put it in the show notes. I always say that I never do, so I'm just gonna tell you again. Look up Branch Hill, Ohio alien case, 1952, and then like Loveland Frogmen. I'm sure that'll get you something. It's just one of these weird drawings. It's just one of these like weird
Yeah.
old sketches.
They also almost this sketch almost looks like they're like weird. That it's like weird robots almost.
They do. But they have this like spanning face. Do I have the picture of also one still? I'll try to pull him up against.
Yeah.
Look at here's also one. Oh, this is a tiny picture again.
Yeah.
Also one. This is the one I
Yeah.
always think of. That one. Look at that compared to this picture of them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if I was to pull up a picture of the Sandown Clown, you'd shit your pants because they're all looking almost the same. Like that's just like
Yeah.
like their hair is always drawn as bizarre. Like maybe it's just getting thrown in as different, but the top of their heads they're barely coming in. Look at the bottom of their legs are
It's
like
just
they're
weird.
just floating. They're standing in
Like, kinda-
grass.
they just look like they're floating.
They just kind of end. This guy's holding something in one hand with a bulging arm, and this guy has like a drill hand.
Yeah.
Yep, about 20 years apart before they would have been able to report each other in different parts of the country.
Yeah, it's
before you'd
like
be able to
because
yeah.
it like there's like it's so weirdly bizarre, but like in like the same like genre of bizarre.
Yeah. So these things had their arms upraised. The middle guy, they were these 3 entities. They were about 5 feet apart. They said, yeah, the middle one had its arms raised up, and it looked like it was like holding its wand out. It was okay. They said it was maybe like a dark chain or a stick which emitted blue and white sparks. That's what they said. I keep on saying wand, and I'm sorry. I kind of like
So
that's what I was picturing. It's like either a dark chain or a stick. And those items were emitting blue and white sparks. Okay.
So is it like? I'm trying to.
Now blue and white. You remember
like,
that? Remember that video about a week ago I showed you of that Kugelblitz of the ball lightning?
Yeah.
Of that because it's just
white.
this like this pure plasma form like slowly floating, and it's this like and it's called the Kugelblitz.
Yeah, dude.
Which is ball. That's what there's a name for it, and like it's this real thing. Yeah. I don't know, but that might be nothing too. But those colors that high heat, that high intensity color. That's the color like blue and white are what you get when you're absolutely heating something up really fucking high. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is just like that just means to me like intense energy, like whatever that would be.
It's some sort of like power source.
Now the middle one lowered his arms, like kind of toward his feet, his own like little like weird little feet things. And then Richard got out of the car and stepped forward, but the middle one made this quick movement that seemed to Richard to like there was no actual vocals here, but Richard like felt like do not come closer. Like he felt that was happening through this like quick movement. Now, there's like remember also one pretty much speaks like that too, where it's all intentional and it's all like in your mind.
It's very like
it's all psychic. It's all telepathic. Excuse me. Yeah.
Or like it's like an ESP. It's maybe not even telepathic because telepathic I feel like you're like hearing voices in your head. Where like it's more. This is more extra, just an extra sense of like you're getting the message of like don't.
Yeah.
Just move along.
Isn't that fucking bizarre?
Yeah.
Okay, but get this. He was standing there for 3 minutes. Like he was just kind of like again with the other cases we covered, these people that just basically get locked into place. Like again, that'll go back into like a sleep paralysis thing. We can tie it all the way back to that sort of thing too. Like
it's like
we don't need to, but just that
when you like freeze, you're like
being
what?
Just frozen, being like frozen by this thing. And by all accounts, he just got into the car.
Well, I mean, dude, if I saw something that bizarre, I'm probably gonna freeze and just stare at it.
Yeah, these
just
three things.
Mesmerized. Like,
yeah, you just can't.
Just like trying to make sense of what the fuck. Like what? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, pretty fucked up, huh?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's
oh man.
So that kind of then I don't have like any more notes on it really, but so those are the Frogmen, those three dudes. And we got also one, which is one guy. And then we got the Sandown Clown, and this happened. Now those two were in America, in Montana and Ohio. Then we got the Sandown Clown, and that happened over in Great Britain, something like that. And that was only about a year after also one that, so that would have been like 74, 75. The Sandown Clown. So these are different parts of the world, all before we had the technology to like send this kind of like niche, like fringe kind of information.
It's so different
like
than
just
most of the
one
things
person's
too.
insane tale, one family's like just nothing. Like how mundane it sort of is too at the end of the day for that one. Like they just saw it and were like told to not approach it. It's not. They were just like, don't come here. Like don't look at it. Like
just move along.
Move it along.
Because like that's the thing. Like it's like okay, they didn't like if they didn't say anything. It's like, but if they were like on the side of the road and needed help, they would have like said something.
Mm-hmm.
And to like just stand there for 3 minutes. Without like them being like anyone being like, "Hey, can you help us?" Or like,
like the family.
Or no, we don't need help. Like,
but there's still a
like,
mom and a daughter in the car at this point.
Like what
and
the fuck?
They're not like screaming for him to get back in. I don't think. Like it was
It was just
I think they just probably got in the car and then 5 minutes later they realized they were driving again. You know, like I don't think that. I feel like there was some lost time even. Like, I bet after the event, there was a bit of lost time.
They probably stopped, and it was, like, a certain time, and then, like, it would have felt like with, like, oh, you just got out, went back in, starts driving, and it was, like, 20 minutes.
I just, like, that, like, you get in the car and start driving off, and you kind of see these, like, creatures fade away in the rear view, and, like, what? Do you and your family just all start screaming, like, immediately? Like, and then you just drive off a cliff? Or, like, you don't like that, but you don't. So I'm saying, like, there must be some sort of, like...
Like, what do you even do?
It's like, yeah, I think you just, like, I think about 5 minutes later into that drive, you just realize that you're driving and you maybe don't even remember this thing for a while. Because here's the thing. This wasn't reported until 5 years later. This story was given to a guy named Leonard H. Stringfield. Okay? So then this guy has collected a few different cases. Actually, I'm gonna look up more on him a little bit later. But I know he was out there. He was the weirdo doing some weird shit in the 50s. He's collecting this kind of shit.
He was like, tell me a crazy story.
Mm-hmm.
Seen something weird? Tell me what happened.
Exactly. I'm sure he had that.
That's how they talk in the
I'm sure
50s, right?
Yeah, everybody did. Admittedly, that's the end of the note. That's the end of the story. Oh, I guess I was going to point out that, again, I don't know when the actual Frogman story happens, the singular, but it's in the same area, and it was described a little bit differently, but just that, like, that long, weird mouth, the, like, indistinct nose, these, like, flat eyes without eyebrows, this, like, look of, like, something trying to put on a mask without getting most of the details right.
Yeah.
It's like if you looked at a human face without ever seeing one, and you got to only look at it for, like, 10 seconds, then it's like, here it is. It's like you're trying to make it out of clay really quick, and it's like, okay. It's got, like, a mouth, and it's got eye holes.
Do you think, like, whatever these things are that are shape-shifting, are they, like, do you think, like, maybe it's, like, kind of hard to shapeshift, and they're, like, they have to, like, practice? So
I think it is.
So they, like, do something like that to, like that's how close they were there, and then, like, had that time to, like, study these other humans that stopped, and then they can, like, add that to their, like, memory bank, and then they can, like, slowly look more like that, and then, like, get closer to people, and the more they get close to people, the more they can just blend in.
And this is where the Alp, that little sleep paralysis elf, excuse me.
Yeah.
The little sleep paralysis elf, he's got that hat, that cap of concealment.
Yeah. Which,
see, and I feel like that's a tool they can use.
That's like
where you don't have to be as like this Alp. He's a little guy. Maybe he's not that old. You know. Maybe he's just learning his shit.
He just has like
a little one.
It's like an assistant. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a little hat
technology.
You put on,
yeah.
And then it's like at some point now you get a wand instead. Now you're holding this. It's like now your hand is a drill. Sorry. So this is what you get to turn. Now you have to deal with this.
Is what you got.
I don't know. Or the drill. Maybe he was holding a cap.
Yeah.
Maybe he took off his cap of concealment. He's holding the cap, and it looks.
Maybe,
this is like I have not. This is breaking. This is breaking news.
That maybe maybe that's just a hat.
It's true.
Held like a
little tighter,
like a cloth. Just imagine like a cloth little cap.
Damn.
Just tighten it up.
I don't know.
Who knows what this material is?
Him holding a hat. If you're freaking out and you can't, and his legs are already barely perceivable. Maybe that looks like a weird drill thing now. This conical shape. Maybe they not. Then like that, he took it off, and that revealed his true self, which is this like weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that's his true self because we're saying now that was also a mask. Maybe it's a couple layers. You want to have a bunch of different.
Yeah.
You got to go out in layers so you can take them off. You can always add them. You can't. No wait. You can always take them off. You can't add them.
Yeah.
I'm sure they teach that in Void Middle School.
Yeah. There's gotta be like there's definitely some sort of rules to it. That's why they can't. I don't think it's like ever like indistinguishable, or maybe it is and we just don't notice. But like, I feel like it's like there's like some sort of like law that like prevents them from being like just indistinguishable from a human. So they have to like try to get as like close as possible.
Yeah, you gotta like kind of try to match it.
I don't know, man. These are just ideas I'm having about this because this is weird.
Yeah, this is a new little critter I discovered through just looking up weird little critters online. You can steal that Google search if you want.
Little critters.
I think we got enough room here for one more weird thing. I'm looking back way back in my phone, like 3 years for these images that I saved, so I can try to present to you this like other piece of a plasmic theory. What do you got?
I was thinking. I was thinking about that picture of like the alien. Remember from like Reddit from like 10 years ago?
Yep. I am seeing a couple.
But
they're back here. That's kind of where they are near in my in the notes. Let me look. You want to look at a few? This is this apparent alien picture that showed up online that was most likely immediately taken off, and then what's the term for it? They just the internet was immediately flooded with. Well, it was
Google bombed.
It was Google bombed. So if you look up this specific search terms to find this thing, you're gonna find thousands and thousands of different variations of it, just slight variations, basically.
Infinite amounts, basically.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, you get in threads of people like asking where the real one is, and it just
that was
you can never really know anymore.
The fake ones all look like they're like AI generated. They're like all AI generated, you know.
Well, some of them more than others. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, like some of that shit.
Also, it's just these looks like so low quality because they've literally just been posted online so many times that if you like save something and post again and save it,
like
post
screenshot
it again,
and then resave,
it's like it'll get pixelated as all fucking hell. But like here's some fun ones that it's like trying to piece it together. They're trying to lay like different like types of like visual over top of it to get some like pieces of it. This is one they were saying was more real with this alien in the corner. This isn't what I was trying to bring to the table, but that is interesting.
Something I thought about. But what do you got? Okay,
so I just have this. Wow, this audio medium for the all this visual stuff. But I look at all these nice gnome pictures. It's basically the theory. How do I even like talk about this? It's this. So in a lot of different cultures.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Throughout the world, ancient cultures throughout the world, there's this kind of this carving and slightly different variants. But okay, it kind of looks like a little dude with like a wiener and like some little like here. I'll show you the picture like right there. It's this thing. You've probably seen that kind of image. It's this like 2 arms going up, 2 like legs going down, a head in the middle,
got a
little wiener and like
2 feet, clearly feet or like some.
There's variants of that across cultures, but they're all the same basic thing, right? Now, there's this thing that happens with plasma in like the upper atmosphere, and there's a lot that happens with plasma in the upper atmosphere. That's where my whole that's where the sky jellyfish live. If you were to talk to me a little more about this, but there's this thing that can happen when a certain criteria is met. All right, and I'm showing Dawson. It's basically this beam of light coming down. It's like just like a god. It's like almost like a god ray, like you'd see in the sky, like just this like this thing.
You can definitely,
but it's
see the.
It basically looks a lot like this. Yeah, there's basically it looks like a mound of light coming up from the earth, then a mound of light coming down from the sky, and this like kind of circular thing in the middle, and then there's like I'm describing it weirdly, but it'd be like a visual effect from light. But it would be like it'd be the way that this specific kind of plasma is like permeating the different levels of the atmosphere during a specific like event that could only happen, and it couldn't happen anymore based on what's in our skies. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just saying, like, what if they saw that and that's where it came from, right? Then there's like this step further, and I can't even find the picture right now, but it's basically like a view of if you were underneath that thing looking up.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
And it kind of is talking a little bit about even like time travel and stuff. It gets very out there very fast, but this I just love fucking nuts plasma theories. It was like looking up. Yeah, I don't know if there's really an end to what I'm trying to say right now. I'm gonna have to dig in more. Just a weird, freaky fucking thing. Hey, if you made it this far into the pod, there's one for you.
Yeah, here's
some homework, buddy.
Look up some freaky shit.
Let's take one. That's all that I have for today as far as like connected into the main topic.
Yeah. Dude, we'll get videos going on this soon enough.
Yeah, like I got these.
This is good stuff to just have, like, if you're like, if we can just get your screen recorded while we're talking about it. Yeah, scroll through some fucking bizarre images.
This pod is
good shit though.
Yeah, I'll go through the logs. This pod is over.
I don't have much else.
Rate us 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts. We would really appreciate it. It would really help. Send us your stories, anything paranormal or just anything you want to talk about. Pumpkinhillradio at gmail.com. Take a look around the Etsy store for pins, prints, and more. Hey, if shout out to Shelley Duvall if you want a pin.
Yeah.
It's there. Sorry. Pumpkinhillradio.etsy.com for that. And you can use code SECRET for 25% off all orders of $25 or more. That is all orders of $25 or more. Mm-hmm. Also, check out our partner Dubby.gg. Dawson, what's the code they use to get 10% off?
Star Mother.
It's Star Mother. Nice.
Star Mother. Join the cult.
Join the cult.
Get on Dubby. Dubby's, I don't know if Dubby's part of the cult, but
we'll get them.
If they want to, they're allowed to be.
And then check out tpublic.com/user/PumpkinhillRadio. Maybe there's a way to get that more official. That's tpublic/user/PumpkinhillRadio. And you can check out our newest gear drop Me and Dawson are personally getting our gear.
Huge gear.
In a couple days here, and we're gonna rep hard as
Rep
hell.
the fucking hill,
got
dude.
the shirts,
Rep
got the
that
hats.
hill, bro.
One thing what we're gonna do if you order, I don't know, I'll try to put some of these hats on Etsy. So if you order off TeePublic, I can't help you because it's kind of a drop shipping thing. I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna have a few in stock. I'll put on Etsy. I'm going to personally line them with foil for you. So you can get your tinfoil hat on you at all times.
Keep that foil in your head.
Because you damn well know that me and Doss are going to be foiled up.
Yeah, I'm like staying it, keeping it in.
I'm keeping it in.
I might even like wrap it in some copper wire. Get some copper wire.
Yeah, we're going to, there's probably going to be crystals in the brim and all that. It's going to look cool.
It's good. Trick it out.
Draw the tree of life.
You have to, they're each going to be their own unique one, but.
Yeah.
It'll come with tinfoil.
It'll come with tinfoil in it if you order from future Etsy item store. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
I have been your host, Travis Wormwood. Got my other host, Dawson Trailer. Nice. This has been Pumpkinhillradio.
Pumpkinhillradio.
Thank you.
All
right. Have a good one.
Well,
hope this was good for you.
Now I'm the king of the swingers of Jungle VIP. I've reached the top and I had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub and stroll right into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Oh, dooby-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. You'll see it's true. An ape-man like me can learn to be human too. One more time. Can learn